Hi everyone, and welcome to the new module. This is on Microsoft Access, and Access is a database program, and although many of you have used Word before, and a lot of you used Excel before, I tend to find when I teach this class that most of you have not used Access at all. This is going to be new to just about everybody. Of all the applications that we learn in this class, this is the most difficult for students, and so this module is really going to take a lot of time. So it's important that you start early and work through the whole entire week. All right, so let's just talk about databases in general. You guys use databases all the time at NCCC, all of your student information, including like your name, address, your courses, your transcript information is all stored in a database. That database can be searched by name, and then you can query to find out information like a student's phone number or GPA. Also, any online shopping that you do, all of that information is stored in a database where they store customer information, they store inventory information. When you're going and you're shopping, you're looking for an item, it's querying a database to find that item to see how many are in stock and things like that. So databases are really everywhere, and when you learn about Access, you learn about kind of the behind the scenes of how databases work. So I was surprised the first time I taught this course to find out that students are not a big fan of Access. It's actually one of my favorite applications, but my background's a little bit more in programming, and that might have to do with why. So let's just look at our calendar this week. Everything is following the same format as our last two applications. You know, as far as due dates, there'll be two projects. The second project will build off the first project. There'll be two different sets of videos that you have to watch. There'll be a discussion post and response, there'll be an assignment, and then there'll be a quiz. So same format. Now I'm going to go into the Access Learning module. Okay, this is the video you're watching now, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through this in what's due when, right? Just explains a little bit about our student learning outcomes and the activities, and there's always a link to the full course schedule. The lecture part one. Now there's a lot of information in here. These introductory videos, they're not part of Atomic Learning, but I've picked out some videos that are very important for you to watch before you get into the details of Atomic Learning. The first one just kind of explains what a database is, how it differs from a spreadsheet. You need to understand what databases are in order to make sense of a database when you're creating it. This tells a little bit about the types of objects that we're going to be working with: tables, forms, queries, and reports. So that's important. There's 4 links here, and I'm just going to go into this. Okay, really important information. If you don't understand these basics, it's going to be very hard to understand how to create a database. So designing and building tables, and you'll see here, okay, this is the first video, then there's a second video, then another video, and these kind of really go through the basics that are very helpful. This third one specifically talks about data types, which is really important. When you're creating your fields, you have to specify what type of data you're going to be using, whether it's text or if it's numeric, or if it's currency, or if it's an email address. That's very important, and this video will help you with that. And then lastly here, this fourth one is, actually building a table. So this introductory information is very important that you go through. Just don't jump into the atomic learning videos, okay? There's quite a few videos here if you look through it here, so it's going to take you some time to get through that. But again, work your way sequentially through this. This, explains what a database is, what the database objects are, gives you a really good understanding of how to get started, and then it brings you into the details. Also, in the projects, you're going to have to sort fields in a database, like sorting names alphabetically, and so this video is very quick and shows you how to do that. Some students might want to seek out some additional resources. So you're not required to watch the following, but if you're struggling and you want to look at some other videos, there's some information here on gcflearnfree.org on Access, and lynda.com. We have a site license for our students at NCCC for lynda.com. I'm just going to go back to our home page, and you'll see right here you can lynda.com has all kinds of things to help you learn more about software, applications, technology, different types of skills. It says right here, to achieve personal and professional goals. There's great videos out here. So even if our class is over and you have some time to check out some of these, you might want to do that. I'm mostly familiar with the Microsoft application ones, and I also use some for my programming classes as well. But there is one out here, sorry, and you'll see called Access 26 Essential Training. So you might be able to click on this link and then log on with your T-Wolves username and password. If that doesn't work, you can just go back to our home page and go through that way that I showed you, and then you can just search for Access 2016 Essential Training. So that should give you all the information that you need, but don't underestimate how important this introductory videos are here. Okay, and then we go into project 1. All right, watch this video. It will tell you everything you need to know for the project. Very, very, very important. A lot of times I see students turn projects in and I'm thinking to myself, what? Like, did they watch the video? The video showed them exactly how to do it. So make sure you watch that, and here's your instructions. Okay, then the second lecture, and this is just going to be on queries and reports, so it's a little bit shorter, but queries and reports are also a little bit more complicated, so that's the lecture for that. And then just same format as the other ones, there'll be an Access assignment. Remember, the day after the assignment due, the solution file will be located here, and you should always check that before you take your quiz. Our discussion, right, it'll follow the same format again as our previous ones, and then we'll have Access Project 2. Okay, again, watch this and make sure your Project 1 file has any changes stated before you begin Project 2. Yours might be okay, but if not, make sure you watch it. This is a really important. This will show you how to create a relationship between two tables, which is there's going to be 4 queries that'll help you with the 4th query. And here is this. Note that in my instructions, there's a video here called Access Project 2 Final Version. Watch that. It'll show you what mine looks like so you can see what yours should look like when you're done. Okay. And lastly, we'll have our quiz. So the quiz will be available June 23rd and 24th. So please start early. Send me an email if you have any questions at all. Don't underestimate the amount of time this module will take you. You're not going to be able to finish things off at the last minute, so please start as soon as you can. Okay, hang in there. We're getting close to the end, all right? And again, contact me if you have any questions.